Alright, so you're looking for a way you can improve your op flicks in CSGO. You're looking for a way you can improve your flicks in general. Now, with practicing flicks, there is no one specific way you're supposed to do it. You kind of have to build a practice process that works for you. So today, I'm going to show you guys exactly what I do to practice my flicks, as a lot of you guys, especially in my live streams, always ask me what I do to make my flicks as good as they are. Now, obviously, my rank's only Nova Master right now. I normally play around MG1, so my flicks aren't pro level, but they're good enough that they do me pretty well in competitive games. With that said though, I'm going to show you guys exactly how I practice my flicks so you guys can take this example and kind of build your own process on practicing your own flicks. Now, when I practice my flicks, I like to come onto the community made map called CSGO Hub. Now, if you guys don't know what CSGO Hub is, long story short, it's basically an aim training map. And if you guys want to learn more about it, I have a full tutorial video linked in the description below along with the CSGO community page for it so you guys can download the map for yourselves. But here, all we're going to do is if we turn around, you guys are going to see the scoreboard behind me, and we're going to go ahead and select the op to start off with. Now, for me, when it comes to practicing my flicks, what I like to do is I like to scope in, set my crosshair maybe a couple of inches away from a player, and just slowly start to flick to the player. Now, this seems really easy, simple, and boring, but the reason why I like to start off a little bit on the closer side and then just kind of flick over to the player is to get my hand used to that general movement of flicking over to one side or the other. And you guys can see I'm slowly kind of making that distance bigger as I go along here, and that is just to get my hand equated to those movements of flicking. After you feel like that smaller distance of flicking is doing you pretty good, like I said, you're going to want to start to increase it. For me, I'm going to make a big increase right now. We're going to jump to maybe about this far of a difference. And now I'm going to try to practice hitting players this way. It's going to become a lot harder. Don't get too upset at yourself if you miss some of these because they are a bit harder to hit. But basically, this is how I practice my flicks right here. Again, kind of recapping that, I start off placing my crosshair at a pretty close distance to the player and flicking over both from left to right and from right to left. And as I get better and better at that, as I hit all of those shots, I slowly increase my distance to as big as a distance as you want to practice with. You could even try to practice so that the player is not even in your view model and try to flick over to him and hit him. That is, ooh, look at that, I hit it. That is not a horrible way to practice too, because that will really get you used to situations in game where a player is maybe moving really fast and the only way you're going to kill him is if you flick to his body really hard. Anyway though, this is the way I practice my flicks. It's done me pretty well. I've hit some pretty nasty flicks with this type of practice, especially in comp games. Like I said, you guys are going to have to make your own routine for practicing flicks. You could go ahead and take the routine that I do to practice flicks and completely copy it and do the exact same thing, or you could develop your own way of practicing your flicks based on what I just showed you guys here. It's up to you how you guys want to do this, but long story short, this should help you guys a lot. Anyway guys, that's pretty much going to wrap up today's video. Hopefully this tutorial is going to help a lot of you guys out, and if it does, make sure you guys do smash that like button and subscribe if you are new. And if you do have any questions or comments for me, feel free to drop them down in the comment section below, or hit me up on my Discord server. It's also linked in the description, and I'll see you guys all in the next video. Peace.